Good afternoon. Really a pleasure to be here today to talk about building the internet financial system. We use this phrase, the internet financial system, in some ways as a comparison to how we've built an internet communication system, an internet media distribution system. This is about actually bringing all of the building blocks of what a financial system is and all of the underlying economic activity onto the internet natively from the ground up. That's what we work on here at Circle. There's a few building blocks to this. The first is just, we use this mental model of thinking about blockchain networks themselves, Ethereum, Solana, Arbitrum, Aptos, Sui, so many other blockchains as internet operating systems. So we have this new layer which allows us to have transactions and data and computing in a completely decentralized way. And these internet operating systems are purpose-built for supporting these sort of trust-minimized financial applications. So we're building on these new internet operating system layers. And what Circle specifically, both philosophically and in practice, has been trying to do really since our founding is building a model of fully reserved money. Fully reserved digital currency money. Money that is held entirely backed by the safest assets possible, cash, treasuries, etc. And that full reserve money, we believe, is the right base layer of money for the internet financial system, as opposed to bank lending money or fractional reserve money. So we have these new internet operating system layers with the fully reserved digital currency money. And that leads to, in our view, what I like to call the new physics of money. When you have a base layer of digital currency money that's fully reserved, and you have internet operating systems that work at scale, we now are reaching into an era where literally the velocity of money takes on the physics of the internet, meaning money can move at the velocity of the internet instantly, and likewise, like other internet infrastructures that have commoditized the storage of information, the transfer of information, the communications itself to zero, we're now moving into a world where we're going to completely commoditize payment utility. The movement of value, the storage and transmission of value will be commoditized in exactly the same way that that's happened in these other domains where the internet infrastructure has taken over. So this is an immense market opportunity. The market opportunity as we see it is the $100 trillion plus in legal electronic money in the world today. That legal electronic money is also used through a variety of utilities, everything from retail payments to B2B payments to remittance payments to capital markets transactions, which alone, the payment utility, generates over $1.5 trillion of revenue. That's an opportunity that's available to all of us as well. So what's the foundation of this for Circle? Obviously, it's USDC. So I want to give you a quick snapshot into the state of the USDC economy sitting here at the end of December or in December of 2024. So a couple key things. We've seen an extraordinary amount of growth in USDC from when we launched, 50,000 transactions, now over 1 billion transactions. The cumulative amount of on-chain transaction volume for USDC is almost $19 trillion. We're seeing around now accelerating nearly $1 trillion a month of on-chain transaction volume in USDC. This is a widely adopted payment utility, and we're just getting started. We are also the fastest growing major dollar stablecoin in 2024. We have grown on a percentage basis faster than any other major stablecoin in 2024 and in the last 12 months. And since just before the election. So USDC is growing and taking market share in the world today. But I want to get into a little bit of the core of USDC because not everyone is always familiar with it. But USDC is the most transparent, the most liquid, and the most safe digital dollar in the world today. On the left here, you can see the USDC balance sheet. You can see the $41 billion of USDC, and you can see exactly what's in it, which is either Treasury collateralized overnight repos, US Treasuries that are 3 months or less, and cash reserves. We disclose this with a major global auditing firm, Deloitte, who does this every single month, twice a month. We're also audited as a firm by one of the big four auditors. But the Circle Reserve Fund, which makes up about 90% of the reserves, is issued by BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world. All the assets are held on behalf of Circle. That is an SEC registered, supervised, and independently audited reserve. And within that, you can go and see every single day with daily verifiable transparency, every single bond, its maturity, and the underlying, that is USDC. The most transparent. And in fact, we believe we are the most transparent financial institution in the world because of this level of disclosure. No one comes close. But importantly, we're also the most liquid. And what do I mean by that? Circle operates today direct liquidity where wholesale and institutional players can mint and redeem USDC directly in the United States, throughout Europe, in Hong Kong, Singapore, Brazil, and Mexico. Direct liquidity with Circle in those banking systems, and in most of these, 24/7, 365. With more to come. Japan in the near future. UAE also coming in the near future. So we're building the best direct liquidity in the world, and as you saw and heard earlier today, we will have the best liquidity in the world on the leading exchange distribution platforms, Binance, Coinbase, and others. So USDC, the most transparent, liquid, and safe digital dollar in the world. But USDC, the asset, is part of a much bigger platform that Circle operates, the Circle Stablecoin Network. At the core of that is the blockchain infrastructure that we build around USDC, the global banking network that I just talked about, and then we issue these regulated stablecoins, USDC, EURC, and on top of that, we offer a range of developer tools, platform services, treasury services that are available to developers, startups, fintechs, financial institutions to build on. That is our platform. Building on that is a partner ecosystem of thousands of companies that have integrated to this. Every major wallet, custodian, exchange, payment service providers, custodians, and on and on. So we have this incredible partner ecosystem that have plugged into Circle Stablecoin Network that add value to it. And every entity that builds on it adds value to the network itself. And that basically builds out the entirety of the stablecoin network, which end users can benefit from, businesses can benefit from, financial institutions can benefit from, third-party applications can freely integrate to it, building on the permissionless APIs that public blockchains provide. So we operate the largest regulated compliance stablecoin network in the world. We have more on-chain transaction volumes in stablecoins than any other stablecoin in the world. And this network is growing significantly every week, every month, and so forth. And we're seeing this go from not just crypto trading, but into so many other areas. Real-world utility for stablecoins is erupting. We're seeing it all the time. The announcement we made yesterday with Lulu Financial, a major financial group here, about remittances flowing in the region as one example. Consumer payments, the biggest merchant payment acquirer on the web, which is Stripe, introducing USDC right alongside credit cards and debit cards as a default payment option. We're seeing it being introduced into capital markets through tokenized real-world assets that almost all use USDC as the way to create and redeem access to those. Cross-border settlements, treasury services, other capital markets applications. We're seeing all of this happen with major companies, and with what we're seeing in the future, even more to come. So we've made progress. There's been a lot of progress since we launched USDC just 6 years ago. But what comes next? We're very early in this. 200 billion dollar stablecoins in circulation, a total market for legal electronic money of $100 trillion. So in our view, as this matures, as we have legal certainty that stablecoins are legal electronic money all around the world, and as the technology matures to the point where we can use this as seamlessly as we use the web or email or WhatsApp or other messaging types of products, which is happening right in front of us right now. As all of that happens, we believe that every organization in the world, every corporation in the world will be built on-chain and will be built and integrated in the internet financial system. We'll move to a world where on-chain payments becomes the most ubiquitous form of payments, where FX itself moves on-chain through widely available stablecoins in multiple currencies that can then be traded with the same speed, liquidity, and atomic settlement that we've come to see in existing crypto assets. We'll see corporations manage their own money on-chain treasury management will have the benefits of the speed and security and efficiency of blockchains. Having one of the largest, in fact, the largest custodian in the world of crypto assets, Binance, announced with us today that they're moving their own treasury significantly into USDC as a symbol of what all future corporations may look to do. As on-chain treasury and on-chain payments comes in, on-chain credit will come to life. Not just DeFi, borrowing and lending on margin, but actually unsecured credit, underwritten credit, credit intermediation that's managed through protocols and smart contracts that distributes credit out to every business, every startup, every individual that needs credit in an efficient market in the same way that we have efficient markets like Alibaba and Amazon or AdWords. More and more of economic activity is going to happen between agents that are mediating commerce, and they'll be using the internet financial system primarily to conduct their work. Commerce itself will be executed in smart contracts. And finally, the basis of every organization, which is ownership, governance, voting, and treasury, will move on-chain. We'll move to a world with fully on-chain corporations. This is the future that we're working to build. This is what we're focused on at Circle. It's been a huge amount of progress, and we're excited to work with everyone here as we all pursue this vision of the internet financial system. Thank you.